Hi, I'm Tinny from minibulldesign, and today I'm out in the factory. Now, when I got up this morning, we had 25 orders on the books. Beth brought out a list for 10, and I started building. But I'm a victim of my own design here because I'm really low on inventory, and in order to fill these orders, I had to make a batch of BIOS micros, a batch of Sawyer's mini filter adapters, which I made 10 and those all went gone, and then 12 centimeter lids, SP 900 and Snow Peak 900 lids, Snow Peak 600 lids. I can't even remember the other stuff. All kinds of stuff. So anyway, it was a very, very busy, long, slow morning before I got everything done. But I did get through it. Now, hopefully tomorrow we'll only have 15 orders left, but it'll probably be closer to 20 if people order tonight. And hopefully in the next couple of days, my filter, the Sawyer mini filters, will be back in the store. Within 2 days, I would say. They've shipped them. So, after I got all that done, I went in and had breakfast, and then I went up in the carbon felt loft where I'm keeping my hammock set up, and it was I took the digital thermometer up with me and left it outside of the spindrift sock and zipped the spindrift sock closed. So I was all enclosed, climbed into my sleeping bag, and, well, got warm between my shoulder blades. And yes, Shug, a hat would be a good idea. My head was cold. If I'd had a hat, I would have been perfect. But anyway, it was 37 degrees up in the carbon loft this morning when I was in the hammock. I stayed in the hammock 15 minutes, and then I pulled the digital thermometer inside and read the temperature inside of the spindrift, and it was 50 degrees. So it was 13 degrees warmer inside than it was outside. And I suspect if I'd waited like an hour, it might have been as much as 20 degrees. They say 15. That's a big difference. Of course, it wasn't windy or anything. It was in the windows were all open up there, but it was dead calm. So anyway, at 37 degrees, it's fine. Now, one of the things that I did to help, I had my Mount Washington 3 quilt a little too tight up around my shoulders, so I loosened it up so it could loft more, and that made quite a difference. But I do need to get a hat. Not this one. Something else for a hat. Maybe a balaclava would be probably ideal. Doesn't take up much space, doesn't weigh anything, and it would really keep you warm because it goes all around your neck and everything. Then I went out and climbed in the velomobile and went for a ride, and it was like 52 by the time I did that. And I've got to I'm going to insulate the back of the seat down underneath my legs down to the front with Reflectex. I haven't done that yet, but I'm going to have to, because today I was great up here, but my back and the backs of my legs were getting kind of cool. You could feel the wind kind of curling in and lapping at your legs. It's not real comfortable. But the velomobile is just, the more I ride it, the better I like it. I don't ride it a lot. I just take it out for a loop or two, 2, 3, 4 miles, maybe 5 miles a day. It's kind of like a ride at the fair. It's fun, but it's not something you want to do all day long. But it is really, you probably could tell somewhat from the video I made yesterday, that, yeah, it's just nice. Now, then this afternoon, I was free, so I worked on my next trike. So let's go out and take a quick look at that for you gearheads on trikes. Now today I decided to work on the rear of the bike where your wheel mounts on your rear stays, and I wanted to hook them to the main frame. And my ideal situation was to have them cantilever without any support stays or anything, just two of them sticking out there by themselves holding the wheel. But I looked at all the rear stays on all my frames, And I really couldn't find anything that was solid enough. They all had support stays, and when you took those off, they just had nowhere near enough strength to support themselves without bracing. So after quite a while of kind of scratching my head looking around, I decided to take a front fork, one of these crowned front forks off a mountain bike, which are just crazy stiff, and use that for the rear cantilever, which I've done. Now these two mounts here for the wheel are for the front wheel, so they're about an inch too narrow. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut these off, grind them off, and then I'm going to take a set of the mounts off the back of a bike, which are the plates that they bolt to, your bolt plates. And I'm going to, this is a seat post, which is crazy thick. I'm going to split it, slide them in, and weld them. And then, let me take the camera off the tripod and show you what I'm up to. After I've welded them in, and after I've cut these off and ground them off, and welded these plates like this onto this, I'm going to slide that right in there, and get it just exactly where I want it, and then weld it right in place, and everything will be exactly where it's supposed to be, and I'll have my 5-inch spread. And I thought that was pretty cool. That fits perfectly, and it's good, solid, thick stuff. So that's what I'm going to do there. Now I welded this all on here, and I took the neck and slid it up inside, put it in the mill, drilled some holes, and welded down through there. And then I took the metal here and folded it out, and it's welded really well. When I got done, I took the whole thing and put it up on some blocks out on each end of it, and got right in the middle and jumped up and down. I couldn't bend it. So it will easily support my weight on the bike riding, and it'll be cantilever. So that's probably the lightest way to go for the materials I have. The ice trike obviously is made out of aluminum, and it's way lighter. I think the whole trike only weighs 23 pounds. That's just insanely light. And I'd love to have one, but I wouldn't love to part with $5,000. So, hey, I'm going to have to settle for a homemade one. My next project, I think, is this is a pattern. This is a seat pattern. I got off the internet, printed it out, and glued it all together. And I got that at Recycle. I think I got that seat pattern at Recycle Recumbent website, that building site for building bikes from scrap bikes like I'm doing. Little conduit, you know, the seat's made out of 1/2-inch conduit, which is surprisingly rugged. My other seats, my other trikes all have the 1/2-inch conduit seat from Recycle Recumbent. I've never had any problem with them whatsoever. Real good design. So that's where I am today. I'm Tinny from minibulldesign. Get out and hike, take a friend, enjoy the great outdoors, and more important than anything, try to have some fun today, and try to have a really great day. Bye-bye.